What if magic worked like physics and breaking the rules had consequences? Well, in the sweet galaxy, it does. Welcome back to Brownies versus Donuts, creating the sweet universe and the journey of this trilogy. So, I'm gonna be doing some drawings, and you're gonna have to let me know if these drawings help or they're just annoying, right? So, you have to imagine that we have some sort of flavor, right? Let me see if this is working. So we have some sort of flavor, different types of flavors. I don't know. I'm just creating this because it looks energetic, right? Looks like, energy or something. So this energy is a natural cosmic force, right? And these, depending on how you mix them up, will create, let's say if you create this, it will create a sun, right? Because it has these frequencies or these energies right here, these essence, I'm sorry. So it has these flavors. So this sun is based out of the mixture of these flavors. But then this sun has this flavor, and this flavor. But here's the thing. There's certain percentages that these flavors could be in that will affect how much of each flavor it has. Then based on these flavors, is these suns radiate just like our sun does, right? Heat, but it radiates this. So these radiate to the planets. Depending on the planets, where they're positioned in that sweet system, will generate its own flavors as well. It's going to affect the biology, the culture, technology, emotions. So these flavors, this is why it's called flavor essence, because what's going on is that it's just not like sun radiated radiation. These radiations or flavors have certain consequences and certain influences on the sweet universe. So let me know if this is a little bit confusing or not. Flavor is an aesthetic. It's actually environmental. So let's go ahead and erase this right here really quick. Let's go ahead and erase this. Probably put it in fast motion or something so you don't have to deal with this, with me erasing stuff. So now once this energy comes down to, I'm just gonna draw it right there, a brownie or a donut, or we're gonna have other beings, which I'm gonna be calling neutrals. The neutrals are just a variety of other types of desserts, right? Everyone themselves have essence. They're radiating this essence. So there's the essence from the universe transferred to the essence of the sun, transferred to the essence of the planet, transferred to these beings right here. Now the essence, right? So the essence right here, essence, you can actually train it, ignore it, or abuse it. If you overuse a certain essence or all essence, then there's gonna be consequences. There's gotta be real consequences if you're like overusing this essence in a way that you're not supposed to, in a way that they're not supposed to, that is not naturally to them. So essence doesn't make you powerful. It reveals who you really are. Now let's go ahead and erase so I can show you the next part. Let me know if this erasing part is annoying to you. I can just skip it. Or if it entertains you. Now, each of the suns, right? So we have different types of suns right here. We got different types of flavored suns. Each one has a flavor. And we're not talking about flavor like tasting. It's flavored more like essence, like energy. And of course, they're creating their own climate, psychology, society, values. So we have all these suns. And the essence, right? Each sun is radiating not only essence, but is radiating it. Radiating it. The essence itself has a frequency, right? Like a frequency, it could be slow or it could be not, right? That frequency, I call it the THC. So let me grab a bigger marker. So it's measured in THCs. So when we want to know what the frequency of this energy is measured in THCs. And, I got a blog about that you can read. With the essence, the THCs, the flavor that is giving out, these suns also are able to, some stars heal, some empower, and some actually corrupt everything. So it literally starts to corrupt from the beginning. Sometimes corruption itself is not a choice. And I'm not talking about corruption like in a political sense, more of a corruption in a physical sense. And you'll see more about that. These systems can also be misused and cause corruption in that sense, right? In the political, like, oh, corrupted. You can be corrupted in that sense as well. So what happens is that if you start to abuse this power, it might feel great at the beginning, but then it actually starts to make you more hollow. You start to feel more empty. So in a sense, corruption isn't evil. It's an imbalance pretending to be in control. So basically, you're showing that you're trying to control these essences, you're trying to manipulate this universe, the THCs, the essence, everything, and you think you're in control, but in actuality, you're really not, right? And the more you try, the more out of control you become, because you're now out of sync with the whole universe. So if you do want to explore these systems one by one, subscribe, because the next video takes us to the stars themselves. This universe is still forming, and you're early.